band concerts of all these wonderful high schools, and welcome to the 157th, we got it right this year, Ashland County Fair. How many have been here since the first one, except Noel and a few of these guys from WW2? None of you? No, Noel was here 157 years ago. Well, welcome anyway to it, and we hope that you'll enjoy it. We're out in the sun this year. Usually we have a tent up here after the King and Queen contest, so I'm going to disappear into the shade a little bit later, but we'll get her going here. We want to thank, of course, the Appleseed Restaurant in Ashland, the show's sponsor. Their support helped these bands cover many of the expenses incurred in the marching band season. And Firelands Cooperative Electric for cold bottled water for the students this afternoon, so they're located at either end, and the kids can go there and get it. And for Mike, from Mike's Music Center, for awarding participant plaques to each of the bands at the conclusion of their show. So who's ever in charge of that band, student-wise, go over and see Mike. He's sitting right out in front there, and he'll give you your plaque for this show. Something else, this is something a little different that we usually don't give a commercial for. These white 50-gallon drums that you see in the front here, and you'll see them all over the fairgrounds, too. They're donated by the Ashland County Solid Waste District and Recycling Center. And that's a big spider. In addition to the recycling units, be sure for the band to put their bottles of water in. If you've got any plastic ones, would you please put them in there so we can recycle them, and then you can buy a new plastic fence to put around your place when they redo them, okay? So plastic bottles and aluminum cans, there's different dispensers for them all the way around. So take advantage of the free event in recycling. And I hope most of you are recycling. So again, Applebee's, Firelands Electric, Mike's Music Center, and Ashland County Waste District for being a part of it today. We also want to thank Reed Chamberlain, Director of Bands at Ashland High School, and his crew from the Ashland City Schools for lining the track. And that makes the job so much easier for the kids. And we want to thank Don Stauffer and Ken Woody of the Ashland County Fair Board who facilitate the production of this afternoon show. They put a lot of time and effort on that. So, we'll bring out the Ashland University Marching Eagles Band first. Then Director Mr. Len Salvo will start the all high school bands into the track simultaneously. And this will help the operation streamline so we don't keep you here too long. So, Mr. Salvo, it's yours. And while they're getting in shape, I got to remind you, the veterans up here will raise the flag, so be sure to stand up, put your hat and your hand over your heart. As good Americans, we want to thank the Ashland Veterans Color Guard, and courtesy of the American Legion, Post 88, the VFW Post 1067, the AMVETS Post 96, the Disabled American Vets, Chapter 81, for being here for the flag raising today. Okay, flag raising, as I said, will be done by the Veterans Color Guard. And the combined bands of Ashland High School, Black River High School, Crestview High, Loudonville High, Mapleton High, Plymouth High, Hillsdale High School, and, of course, Ashland University right in front of us will present our national anthem. If you heard it last year, they were absolutely positively in the greatest sync I've ever heard. You'll find the words printed on the program if you care to sing along, and we'd like you to. So here we go with the Star Spangled Banner. Neil Ebert up there for presenting it. Okay, for the Ashland Eagles Marching Band, here's their announcer, Joe Emanuel.
Of Ashland University, the best little university band in Ohio. The 2008 Ashland University Eagle Marching Band. The Ashland University Fanfare. Presenting the Eagle Color Guard. Please welcome our featured twirler for 2008, Miss Kelly Kapasinski. Our assistant field commanders are Jesse Rowe and Dennis Terlak. The field commander for 2008 is Greg Smith. building a new tradition on a heritage of excellence. The Ashland University Band. Welcome to the Parade of Bands 2008. It's our pleasure to share another season with the great audiences at the Ashland County Fair, especially as the AU Marching Band celebrates its 86th year. Our program this afternoon celebrates the 2008 Olympics with music and drill designs that highlight images of the games in China. And inspired by the superhuman accomplishments of athletes like Michael Phelps. The rhythmic gymnastics event uses graceful choreography, exciting music, as well as ribbons and batons. Performing to a hard swinging arrangement of Jim Dandy, we're pleased to have our own graceful athlete as our featured twirler, a senior from LaGrange, Ohio. Please welcome Miss Kelly Kapusinski. Okay, that was Superman. After 16 years doing this, I was due for a blooper. Now, performing to a hard-swinging arrangement of Jim Dandy, we're pleased to have our own graceful athlete as our featured twirler, a senior from LaGrange, Ohio. Please welcome once again Miss Kelly Kapusinski.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Since Kelly will be graduating, we will be holding auditions for 2009 Feature Twirler. If you would like more information, contact the band office at Ashland University. The closing ceremonies of the Beijing Games were filled with excitement, color, amazing emotion, drums, music, and fireworks that evoked a sense of awe and majesty. The AU Marching Eagles closed our Olympic show with the mysterious, colorful, and exciting composition entitled In Caleb Pharaoh. Committed to excellence, whether on the field or in the concert hall. The students who make up this group and give of their time, effort, enthusiasm, and great talent are the reason this is possible. They truly represent the spirit of Ashland.
Right here. Song for AU.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2008 Ashland University Eagle Marching Band.
And don't forget, TV2 will probably, they're taping it. They got 3 cameras out here, as they always do. They'll probably play it back on Wednesday night. So there you go, 80 members, 220 in the school. And thank you, Leonard and Angela, for bringing them out here today. Thank you, guys. You're Trevor, huh? All righty. football game yesterday. Wow. You can hear it on WNCO. Don't forget, my old radio station. And coming up now, Crestview High School marching Cougar Pride. They're directed by Matthew Henderson and Margie Pond and Trevor Garabrand. School principal, Debbie Reedy. Superintendent William Setter Jr., 51 in the band. Size of the school, 320. Come on, gang. Band announcers will get up here while the other band is on. We'll have a little time to go over this information, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the 2008 edition of the Crestview High School Marching Cougar Pride. This afternoon, the Cougar Pride will perform musical highlights of the current marching band season. The Cougar Pride opens with a hit from Metallica's Black Album. Here's the Marching Cougar Pride with Enter Sandman. Next, the Marching Cougar Pride performs a classic from the R&B group Kool and the Gang. Here's Get Down on It. Next, the Cougar Pride features a song written by former Eagle Don Henley and was repopularized by the punk rock group The Ataris. Here's The Boys of Summer. The Marching Cougar Pride concludes today's performance with the heavy metal classic, Paranoid. Thank you for your kind attention this afternoon. The Marching Cougar Pride would like to congratulate all of the bands for their upcoming fine performances and wish them good luck this season. We would also like to extend our appreciation to the Ashland County Fair Board for inviting us to perform today. Good afternoon and go Cougars!
The wind keeps blowing all my notes away for me. I had some things to go on the end of that. When you watch television or listen to the radio, about 20-25 minutes into the program, they always stop for a commercial. So we're going to do that right now. We want to thank Mike from Mike's Music. Put your hand up, Mike. That's it. He's giving a plaque to every one of these bands, and we want to thank him. Firelands Electric for providing water on a day like this. These kids really need it. And for Applebee's for sponsoring the show. And before we call in the next band, and Joe, you're ready to go again, I hope. Well, anyway, before they get in here, everybody knows Hillsdale Band, the Falcon Marching Band, directed by Steve Taylor, assisted by Cindy Glass, the drumline instructor Scott Griffin, school principal Kevin Reedy, superintendent Joel Roscoe, 86 and 370 in the band. But like everything else, Steve Taylor, their band director, is the guy that pulls all 6 of these band leaders in for talks and to get this information and to put it together. And he's always out here getting us this information for us. So for Steve, where are you? There he is over there. A round of applause for Steve. One heck of a good Ashland County citizen. Okay, Joe, where are you?
Right here. Ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment this afternoon, directed by Stephen D. Taylor, Cindy Glass, Gail Taylor, Jody Long, and Scott Griffin, we proudly present the 2008 Hillsdale High School Falcon Marching Band. The golden age of the American motor car, when Detroit was revered worldwide as the Motor City. So many fantastic superstars burst onto the music scene, names like Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross and the Supremes, Gladys Knight and the Pips, and the Temptations, that 50 years later, we still listen to and love these great American songs. Yes, more than ever, the music of Motown deserves just a little bit of respect.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Motown music is the sound of ultimate cool. And no singer made it cooler than the great Marvin Gaye with his biggest hit, I Heard It Through the Grapevine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Trumpet soloist Caitlin Wagner. Stevie Wonder wrote this next cool, swinging classic as a tribute to the great jazz and pop songwriters that came before him, like Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, Count Basie, and Sir Duke Ellington. Listen now and watch as we feature senior Jeffrey Guyon on the xylophone with a little help from his friends as we jam to Sir Duke. Of all the Motown giants, no performer is more powerful than the Queen of Soul herself, Aretha Franklin. Full of attitude and energy, she's just like our color guard and gives it everything she's got. And all she asks for is just a little bit of RESPECT. We thank you for your warm response.
Here we go. March time, all the way.
Thank you, Hillsdale. Don't forget to pick up your plaque. I think you already did. Oh, okay. And moving on in this weather, coming up here on my left and your right, Loudonville High School Redbirds. Directed by Joe Barone, Amy Arnett, and Megan Rao. School principal Ben Blubaugh, Superintendent John Miller, 76 members of the band from a school of 400. Drum majorettes and commander Tiffany Goon and Bethany Herman. Auxiliary group majorettes, flags, and dancers. And director of that group is April Sprang. On April 1st, next year, 2009, the Redbirds will be performing in Disney World, Florida, in the Magic Kingdom. Election Night Parade. You guys can't vote then, huh? And here's their announcer, Matt Noble.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the pride of the Redbirds, the Loudonville High School Marching Band. The Redbirds open tonight's show with a jamming tune called all along the watchtower.
Take the director off. Scott Young, keep that. Yes. Keep that. And all over. Thank you. And your name.
Our next number features our sousaphone players and our color guard units in a smackdown tune called Rocket.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We close today's show with a trademark jazz fusion tune called Birdland.
Band horns up! Up! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
ladies and gentlemen, the Loudonville High School Marching Band. Thank you for your attention this afternoon, and please enjoy the rest of the Ashland County Fair.
Thank you, Redbirds. And again, let me remind you, it's commercial time. Applebee's Restaurant, we want to thank them. They're the show sponsor today. They support the bands, and it covers a lot of the expenses incurred by this marching band during the season. And of course, Firelands Electric Cooperative, always, and for the bottled water at each end. And along with the bottled water, we want to thank the recycling, I got to get the official name here if it doesn't blow away, the Ashland County Solid Waste District and Recycling Centers. That's a lot for me to remember. They've got these white 50-gallon drums out for you to put your bottles in when you're through with them. I hope mine's still here. And also on the park. So we'll put the aluminum cans in one and the bottles in the other, and we'll help keep the landfills empty and help them recycle them into other things. And of course, for every band, Mike's Music Center has been so great in awarding plaques to each one of the bands at the conclusion of their show. So, okay, let's go back to work. And coming in from my right, your left, with their Mountie hats, Mapleton High School Mountie Marching Band. Principal, Mr. Scott Young. Superintendent, Mr. John Marks. 70 in the band, 320 in high school, and 1,050 in the district. The auxiliary group are the Sweethearts. The director of the auxiliary group is Elizabeth Gilman. This band also will be traveling to the Walt Disney World this spring. They don't have, well, some of them have their Mountie hats on, okay. In this wind, we're liable to take off. And we encourage all of you to stick around during the show. I see a lot of people have left. Some more people out in the fairgrounds. Come on in and fill up these seats. It's a little breezy, and that makes it a little cooler and a little more pleasant. So come see the three remaining bands we have for today. And here's their band announcer, Joe Ortiz.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Presenting the 2008 edition of the Mapleton High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Jana Burton, percussion advisor Adam Keim, and Sweethearts advisor Elizabeth Gilman. The on-field commands are given by Jeffrey Moore, Christine Ritchie, Taylor Barr, and Becky Carl. This afternoon, the band opens their portion of the show with a Bruce Poindexter hit, Hot, Hot, Hot. Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass gave us some great music. We feature our trumpet section and Sweethearts in Spanish Flea. Next, we showcase the abilities of our Sweethearts in Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me. And now a Queen hit from the 1980s, We Will Rock You. We close our show with another hit from the 80s, It's So Easy. Appreciate you being such a great audience. Thank you and enjoy the fair.
Be sure to pick up your plaque from Mike over here from Mike's Music. And remember the recycling and Applebee's, when you go in there, thank him. Waitress might think you're crazy, but say, tell your boss that, because we appreciate it. And of course, Filan's Electric, as always, and the Fair Board. Don Stauffer and Mr. Woody for putting this together, and Steve Taylor. Okay, come on in. Big Red. And I want to thank Mr. Joe Ortiz here. Joe Ortiz, any of you Boston Red Sox fans? He's the guy that kills the Indians every time they come. I was going to ask him if it was his brother or not. What's your name?
Janelle Allen.
Janelle?
Dunell.
Okay. Be an easy one. Plymouth High School Band, the Big Red Marching Band. Directed by Darnell Allen. She's up here, too. Good for her. John Hart's principal, Dr. James Metcalf, is the superintendent. Darnell?
Big Red Marching Band. Our officers this year are Field Commander and President Nick Rowe, Vice President Stephanie Redlinger, Secretary Kara Shirey, Treasurer Erica Channel, Assistant Hannah Phillips. The Bugs Bunny theme song. On with the show. This is it. Our librarians this year are Paige LeBove and Annie Channel. Paige represented Richland County this year in the All-Ohio State Fair Band in Columbus. We'd like to feature our majorettes, Lindsay Childs, Tiffany Taylor, and Whitney Adams, to Proud Mary. Next, we'd like to play for you, We Got the Beat. Next, we'd like to feature the flags, Marissa Pine, Molly Snyder, Mia Huddleston, Amber Johnson, Ashley Cross, and Caitlin First to bang on the drum all day. Our percussion section featured Nick Rowe, Nick Aguilar, Mark Strom, Kyle Shepard, and Jeff Runkle, along with sousaphone Caleb Metz, trombone Pam Hummel, and Brady Riggleman. Finally, the Plymouth Big Red fight song. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Donnell. Be sure to pick up your plaque from Mike's Music Center. Mike's sitting right over there. And again, discard your water bottles and all and into these cans. And all around the fairgrounds, the recycling center has got them for you. So it's where you live. So let's keep it as clean as we can and keep that landfill down. We don't need any more. By the way, any of you that belong to Farm Bureau and different organizations throughout the county, the whole county, check with the Ashland County Recycling Center. If you're having a free event, a car show, a cookout, you're having a parade of some kind, they'll supply containers like that for private and public and other events so that we can keep this recycling going for all of us. I know we all feel better when we recycle some of the things we've used. So be sure to do that and you'll make Dan smile a lot more. Okay, we got two bands. Everybody's going down there, huh? Okay. We'll have to get them out of the way. So the Ashland High School Marching Band is next.
I don't know. Good question. Which way they don't get in each other's way. Get back to it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2008 Ashland High School Marching Band and Sweet 16. Leading the band this afternoon are drum majors Lucas Snader and Ryan Shreve. This afternoon, the Arrows Band opens with a 1956 tune from the Cuban Fire album, originally performed by the Stan Kenton Band. This afternoon, the band proudly features David Lawson on trumpet as they play La Suerte de los Tantos.
1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play!
next tune was the title song on a 1970 album by the Guess Who. Tonight, we'll feature Ashland's very own Sweet 16 as they dance to the band's version of American Woman.
One, two, ready, and.
Though the original lyrics for the next song were Spanish, the song has since been performed in several languages and in several styles, including pop, jazz, marching band, and drums. Today, the band features Will Kinney on trombone as they perform Malagueña.
One, two, ready, and.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Ashland High School fight song. Thanks to everyone for your warm applause. You've been watching and listening to the Ashland High School Marching Band under the direction of Reed Chamberlain, Jonathan Bradshaw, Marty Krall, and Steve Berry. We'd also like to say thanks to our Sweet 16 and their advisors, Kim Hoblob and Denise Tuttle. Thank you, sir. See you again in another year.
I don't know. Thank you, Ashland. Hey, don't forget, got lots of things. After this, at 4 o'clock p.m., you got the Junior Fair Market. 5 p.m., the Women's Skillet Throw. So get over there, girls, and show what you can do. 5 p.m., the Junior Fair Market Rabbit Show. 5 o'clock, the Pure Country Dancers. You don't want to miss that. And right after this, at 4 o'clock, a half hour from now, if I can get over there, is a kiddie tractor pull at the mid-stage. That's sponsored by the Fair Auxiliary. And, of course, today's program is brought to you by Applebee's, by Mike's Music, by Firelands Electric, and, of course, by the Ashland County Recycling Center, who again says if you need any of these for any kind of an outing you're having in your community, call Dan down there and he'll make sure you get them for bottles and for cans. Coming up. There you are.
Black River. Gloria Doring. Gloria Doring, like the door rings. That's correct. Doring.
Okay, Black River High School, the Pirate Marching Band. Corey Richardson is the director, assisted by Emily Patterson. School principal, T.J. Hellickson. Superintendent, Janice Wyckoff. Director of the auxiliary units, Shannon Gross. Field commanders, Emily Plank and Brandon Knoll. So come on in. And their band announcer is Gloria Doran. Got her, huh?
Good afternoon. The Black River Music Department is proud to present the 2008 Pirate Marching Band under the direction of Field Commanders Emily Plank and Brandon Knoll, Head Flag Carissa Deluski, and Head Majorette Crystal Kaufman. Gamers, get ready as the Pirate Marching Band is going to rock the fair with the music from some of your favorite video games. Sit back and relax. Enjoy Bounty Hunter. from the mega hit video game Halo. Finally, we leave you today with the music from Kingdom Hearts. Band is under the direction of Auxiliary Advisor Shannon Goss and band directors Corey Richardson and Emily Patterson. Have a fantastic day at the fair.
Thank you all for coming, and thank you for staying. And I like their fight song, except last night the Buckeyes had no fight in them. I don't know. Thank you all. Go and enjoy the fair. The next item on the agenda, 2 items, are the Kiddies Tractor Pull in the mid-tent over here on the right off the midway,